Since Jenga was revealed first, it means he'll be the first character to drop in 1.2 right after Zhongli's banner ends. Based on his design and the colors used in the drip marketing, it's fair to assume he will be an Electro DPS character. I know game developers tend to use colors in their drip marketing to throw players off, but the marketing for Jenga showed electricity bursting from a cube, which likely confirms his element. As for his role, Jenga looks like a DPS character, and his mechanical arm suggests he could be a gauntlet user. We haven't had a gauntlet character since launch, and we currently don't have a solid gauntlet main DPS character. So, Jenga would be in direct competition with Karo, our current best Electro main DPS character. Karo, being one of the best DPS characters since launch, makes it less compelling to pick up Jenga unless you really like his design, as Karo can already clear most content in the game. Additionally, the lack of weapon options for gauntlet characters is quite an issue, with the only 5-star gauntlet weapon being on a limited banner. So, if you plan to main Jenga, you might need to pull for his weapon. However, there's a possibility Jenga might be a free character, which would be amazing. Even if he's free, I don't think he would power creep Karo since he's free, but he will be a strong Electro DPS character, and you might just need to pull for his weapon to reach his max potential. Again, this is not confirmed, so take it with a pinch of salt. Now, Karo is a DPS character requiring some skill with switch cancels for that big damage window. I would expect Jenga to be easier to play while still allowing you to deal good damage. In terms of synergies, Yinlin would likely be his best sub DPS, increasing his electro damage by 20% and resident liberation damage bonus by 25%. Jenga's damage might scale off something specific like basic attack damage or resident skill damage, but every DPS benefits from an increase in their liberation damage to deal more damage with their ultimate. Players with Yinlin will majorly boost Jenga's overall damage. When Jenga's kit is revealed, we'll know exactly all of his abilities, but for now, he doesn't hold that much value since Karo already dominates in the Electro main DPS position. The second character, Zhezhi, will drop 3 weeks after Jenga. Personally, I like her design more because of the nice colors in her outfit, eyes, and hair. Based on her design alone, I believe she will be a support character, and though she might be a Havoc character, she could also be a Glacial character since blue is as prominent as pink in her design. Both Havoc and Glacia are elements we haven't received a new 5-star character for since launch, so it would make sense for her to be one of these elements. There's also talk that Zhezhi might be a Glacial support character for Genshin. While things could change, I'm confident Zhezhi will be either a Glacia or Havoc character. Regarding her weapon, support characters usually wield rectifiers, but I could see her using a one-handed sword or broad blade. Zhezhi is confirmed to be a painter, so swinging a giant paintbrush as a sword would be cool if implemented. However, she might stick to the norm and end up as a rectifier user. Zhezhi being our first exclusive 5-star support character has a lot of potential, possibly introducing new buffs for the team. I was convinced we wouldn't see an exclusive 5-star support character for a while, as Verina already provides a lot for the team while taking up little field time. Power creeping Verina would be difficult, but since Tower of Adversity requires 2 teams, it's not impossible for Zhezhi to power creep Verina. Zhezhi might be the gem of 1.2 if she provides higher damage buffs, more healing, or off-field damage. Additionally, Zhezhi could introduce new buffs, making her valuable alongside Verina. If Zhezhi is a Glacia support for Genshin, her value skyrockets as every Genshin player would likely need to pull for her. Zhezhi might help Genshin's gauge charge quicker and increase resident skill damage bonus. This synergy would make Zhezhi valuable not only for Genshin but also for other characters like Jiyan and Changli. Zhezhi could be a great support for Changli too. Although Zhezhi might be a support for Genshin, she could also be a sub DPS character, similar to how Yinlin is a support for Karo. Whether support or sub DPS, Zhezhi seems valuable. Should you prioritize Zhanga and Zhezhi over Zhongli? In my opinion, Zhongli is the best hybrid DPS character in the game, with powerful main DPS and sub DPS capabilities. His skill buffs fusion characters and any character valuing resident liberation damage, making him a valuable addition to any team. Zhanga being an Electro main DPS with great animations and detail might compete with Karo, but many players already have Karo or can get him through losing a 50-50. Main DPS characters often don't last as long as hybrid characters, so between Zhanga and Zhezhi, Zhongli has more value. Zhezhi, potentially being a great support for Jinshi, would have much value if you have Jinshi. Even if you don't have Jinshi, Zhezhi could still be a valuable support for many characters. Ultimately, who you pull for depends on your account's needs. If you are a Jinshi main, aim to pick up Zhezhi to maximize Jinshi's potential. Still, picking up Zhongli would be valuable for anyone's account. The decision on who to pull for is yours, so choose the character you believe is best for your account or the one you like best.